no idea why it does. Which always change my game. The Red Dead Redemption wasn't even my last stream. Yeah, I decided to continue with Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain for today, and yeah. Can't even explain why did I stick with playing a different game every stream, like never 2 times the same in a row. It's weird. Okay, so basically, right, currently we don't have any main missions. So I already looked it up. I have to do some side missions. It's not a secret. I'm not going to act like I don't know that. Last time I was questing in Afghanistan, now I'm going back to Angola Zaire. Now let's do that. Let's see how close are the unfinished side objectives are to each other. That's 2, 3. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start up with the wandering mother base soldier, going after him. Should be easy, and if we manage to be undetected, we can even get to the delivery point and get ourselves to somewhere. Some of the other missions, we're gonna see. Okay, higher grade equipment. Yeah, switching back the loadout to my main item. I don't think I need vehicle right now. Though, so maybe let's see, the Walker perhaps. Okay, I'm going to get the Walker. If we get any vehicle destruction mission, that's going to be easier. Although, hold on, I haven't checked the upgrades for the Walker. I have to do that now. Very quick. The Walker. Do we have any improvements here? Okay, I'm going to keep the rocket launchers to be able to destroy some vehicles. Tranquilizing round. Unlimited suppressor or gust piercing? Okay, let's go with unlimited suppressor. Prefer that. Auto intercept mode. Can identify, engage, and neutralize enemies under its own judgment. Identify, engage. Fuck it. I like to see what it does. Hope I don't regret it. Okay, that's definitely not. I meant to say it's definitely lethal. Okay, fine, let's go with these customizations. So again, back to the wandering mother base soldier. It's the mission location. Got my buddy here. Okay. I don't need a vehicle next to the Walker anyway. Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, wait. I don't want the wormhole Fulton. I first wait. Is it better to use the wormhole Fulton? Maybe just this one sail. Nah. I have no reason to use it. Or maybe just to try it if it's... I don't know if it's more expensive to use. Okay. Damn, those deployment costs. an arm and a leg, and I already lost one arm. Alright, start it out. I just want to see if there's a difference with the usage of the wormhole Fulton. Okay. Anyway, I'm not sure how many hours are left from the story. Definitely wouldn't want to rush it, but eventually I have to get to the end of it, right? It's not an infinite game. Oh wait, what was that? I heard a thing, but I didn't look at the message. Could be that thing. I need to listen to some cassette tapes. I'm going to do that right now. And then what are the following? Let's see. Skullface's objective. Let's hear more about Skullface.
Skullface has finally burned out. The world is rid of his existence at last. Was he still alive? You could say that. But you could also say he'd been dead for decades. What's that supposed to mean? Biologically speaking, it's hard to say how much was his life. Side effects from the treatment? No. The primary effect. Keeping a dying host alive as long as possible. That is the whole point. But in the end, he grew too dependent on his children. As if he had any other way to keep on living.
Okay, perhaps the D-Walker can locate
parasite
enemies.
therapy before the Soviet Union became his home. His body was horribly burned. Fire washed across his thin young frame and stole his skin and his throat.
Is he doing
Even
anything?
his lungs. Only through repeated therapies could the parasites keep him alive. Most of his life became something the parasites gave to him. And then he lost the ability to die. That is correct.
What's the ability to die? Is that an ability?
Death, still aiding cell composition. At that stage, there is no way to extract them from the host cells. There is no way of knowing when the last cell of Skullface
The hell?
die. The only choice was to burn the whole thing. And his children along with it. And I am one to talk.
Intercept mode.
When my life is snuffed out, I expect you to treat my body the same way. And when I burn,
Where is
I will
that
truly
guy?
be one with my children for the first time. You say there were 3 English vocal parasites. According to Skullface? Yeah. Skullface
Again?
has the English strain with him. You burned both of them. There was an oil fire. I tossed him in. So that just leaves one. And you tell me Skullface said he used it. He said it was
Wrong button.
very close to me. Very close. One of your comrades. Or someone ordered to kill you. Or he could have been speaking metaphorically.
Yeah, I got you.
Metaphorically. Close to your spirit. Close to your heart.
Wait,
Someone
is this
who
the...
either loves you.
Is it trying to trick me?
That's the target.
The second one.
I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years
Hey,
ago.
With caution.
Bring him home, boss.
Implanted someone.
speaking
With
into
English
the...
language strain. Who it is irrelevant.
It's not more
I
expensive.
tell you what Skullface really meant. Very close to
Hey.
you means you will be
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
all the infected here have been given the Wolbachia. Even Even if the
Oh.
vocal cord parasites infect them now, they cannot reproduce. But if there's a different host among us, host to the English strain. If that were the case, we'd see the symptoms. What about the non-English speakers? We have plenty of those, but the staff use English as a common language. But if that someone has not spoken English yet and begins to speak
Oh, it's
it now,
quiet.
there'd be another outbreak. The final mating pair of the English strain must be found immediately. Skullface is gone, but his threat still remains
Picture.
on this base.
Historic.
Do you see what the final mating pair is? With him dead, those parasites are the stain he wished to leave upon the world. His thirst for vengeance. In the flesh. Think. Does anyone here bear a grudge against you?
Anyone.
Would target you specifically?
The ethnic cleansers that Code Talker mentioned, they weren't Skullface's true goal. All we have is circumstantial evidence.
Oh yeah, I'm
but
finished
here's
here.
my theory. It was Cypher
Going
who
to the
started
Delaware
developing the vocal
point.
cord parasites as
Marking the
bioweapons,
other missions in the
parasitic
area.
weapons. And Africa was the testing ground for them. As Code Talker said, their purpose is the ethnic cleansing of only those who speak a particular language.
Yeah, just
So they
this
could do a
tree.
weapon of mass destruction to eradicate specific groups, races, ethnicities, or colonies by the language they speak.
Okay, we have a
Or
delivery
kind of
point to that
absolute
objective.
language control.
Good.
Or maybe a tool for those arrogant fools to build
There's
some
one.
misguided utopia. I can see plenty of uses for
There
them.
too.
However, in practical
Multiple
terms, they wouldn't be
options.
as dangerous as you think. Counteracting the parasites is easy, after all. Cut them out of your throat to save your life, or just don't talk. That also prevents the infection from spreading. So if the international community were to find out about them, they'd no longer be the threat they were conceived to be. In which case, their targets would be limited to minority groups as a deterrent or a terrorist tool.
Okay,
It's
be
hard to
careful
imagine
here.
Cypher developing something like that as
The
a main weapon
lookouts.
for their arsenal. That leads me to think we've only tugged on one little thread in Cypher's grand tapestry. An obscure corner of their work, possibly forgotten altogether. In any case, things changed. When Skullface was forced to relocate to Africa and he saw that thread dangling. All the time he continued that research, he was secretly following his own agenda.
They're looking for me.
Ethnic liberator parasites. His English language strain. Skullface said there were only 3 samples of the English language strain parasites,
That's
and I
like
think we
cool
can believe
guy.
him. Bringing his ethnic liberator's plan to fruition depended on creating an English version of the vocal cord parasites at all costs.
That's a
But
boaster,
an
right?
English strain would have been useless to Cypher. Worse, it could have destroyed everything they'd built. It was the one type they couldn't allow. That means Skullface was forced to develop his English strain out of sight of Cypher's network. Naturally, he couldn't use the greenhouse facility Cypher had set up and filled with guinea pigs. Skullface must have found some secret place to create his precious few English parasites, hiding all evidence like a man cheating on his wife. Somewhere, an entirely
Managed to hide.
standalone environment. And when his plan entered its final phase, he must have made the place disappear. Some little room, could be anywhere, but now nowhere at all. We'll never know where he did it, but to elude Cypher's surveillance, it couldn't have been big. I believe Skullface was telling the truth. There were only ever 3 samples of the English language strain. Why activate Sahelanthropus in Afghanistan? This is how Skullface wanted things to play out. The Soviet Union secretly develops a new type of nuclear weapon and successfully deploys it in Afghanistan. Revealing the existence of Sahelanthropus results in a return to the glory days of the Cold War. The threat it poses reignites the nuclear arms race between the world's major powers. The demand for nuclear weapons increases around the globe. What if you then introduced a nuclear weapon anyone could get their hands on? Non-nuclear nations, militant groups of all shapes and sizes, they'd all jump at the chance. Sahelanthropus was a
And I'm
marketing
fucked.
tool to sell nukes all around the world. But I think it's safe to say that plan was stamped out before it got up and running. The world's intelligence agencies never did turn up anything conclusive on it. After all, Sahelanthropus vanished before word could spread. Everything that's happened is already a fading memory, never to join the pages of history.
You gotta extract him.
For Cypher won't forget. They'll already be working on something, quietly, beneath the surface. They'll use the pieces of data scraped together from this incident to build their own bipedal weapon. It'll take them a long time to complete it, but for now...
He's coming too. Roger that.
We'll have to be ready too.
Can I extract this cheaper now, perhaps? Nope. So everything costs exactly as much to extract. Well then. What do I do now? Fuck.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
And it's the last checkpoint. Is it the deployment site? Okay. Is it the deployment site? Although the mission has been completed. Does this intercept mode anything at all? I hope I don't have to re-listen to all those audio tapes. Well, I do.
Skullface said there were only 3 samples of the English language strain parasite. I think we can believe him. Bringing his ethnic liberator's plan to fruition depended on creating an English version of the vocal cord parasite at all costs. But an English strain would have been useless to Cypher. Worse, it could have destroyed everything they'd built. It was the one type they couldn't allow. That means Skullface was forced to develop his English strain out of sight of Cypher's network. Naturally, he couldn't use the greenhouse facility Cypher had set up.
That is supposed to be a pass.
Skullface must have found some secret place to create his precious few English parasites, hiding all evidence like a man cheating on his wife. Somewhere, an entirely standalone environment. And when his plan entered its final phase, he must have made the place disappear. Some little room, could be anywhere, but now nowhere at all. We'll never know where he did it, but to elude Cypher's surveillance, it couldn't have been big. I believe Skullface was telling the truth. There were only ever 3 samples of the English language strain.
Okay, now we'll listen to that one already.
This is how Skullface wanted things to play out. The Soviet Union...
Skullface 9 years ago.
Hewitt's dug up some interesting facts about our skull-faced friend. 9 years ago, he was exiled to South Africa,
It's
stripped
been
of
9
political
years.
power. The upshot's that he ceased being a serious threat, in Cypher's eyes anyway. They eased up on surveillance, giving him an opening to establish his own military unit, one that answered to his will alone. Those men likely had
That's
no
the same
idea the
guy.
orders were coming from Skullface. They probably didn't even know the organization was a part of Cypher at all. Anyway, it was in South Africa where he found renewed interest in parasites. And when he discovered the vocal cord parasites, he began to make his plan. Wipe the English language out of existence. Free the world, not by taking men's lives, but by taking their tongues. In his eyes, the greatest symbiotic parasite the world's ever known isn't microbial. It's linguistic. Words are what keeps civilization, our world, alive.
There was something Skullface said.
Okay, delivery point now.
Made up of
We gotta extract him.
but those peoples never mix. Quite so. One nation, home to hundreds of different ethnic groups. Many of whom
Least I
fix their
can get away
respective
from here
living
now.
areas. Little colonies, not interacting with other groups. Going out of their
Does this disrupt the dialogue?
one another.
Okay.
Their land, organizations,
The hell is
relationships.
going on?
Thus, the United States of America is known
That's the target.
Well, that was convenient.
as
Do I
salad
just
bowl.
need to extract him?
It is not made up from one people.
I
but
shouldn't
for
let him get away.
minorities to function in society. A common ground is
There's
needed.
too many of them though.
Language. Even if the country
I'm going to
is
try
not
something
one,
cool.
No.
Players
because
boat
it's
sleeping
not
grass.
one.
Yes.
The lingua franca is necessary. English. American hegemonism was born from the illusion that English could unite diverse ethnicities.
Come on.
In taking in people from around the globe, America became a microcosm of it. Now the boundaries between it and
There's
the
so
rest
many
of
of
the
them
world
around
have
me.
become blurred. However different our neighbors may be, English enables us to create symbiotic relationships with each other. If English can bring unacquainted neighbors together in America, this should hold true for the world.
Now
The
what?
salad bowl that is the world can also become
This
one.
wasn't my plan. Come on. There we go. Good robot. Right, they should help me now. Are we doing good? Oh, only now.
Intercept mode.
Well, let's get him out of here. Sucks, but okay then. This guy's better.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Troublemaker, okay, let's keep him away. Anyone
He's
else?
coming too. Roger that.
We're doing a cleaning, let's do a proper one.
You gotta extract him.
Shit.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Intercept mode.
Okay, I have to keep saying intercept mode. Just keep shooting them. Starting to lag, by the way. this new intercept. Okay. God damn it. Most of them are pretty mid. Okay, looks like I didn't manage to get him in the... Okay, I'm going to pick up that guy as well. Yeah, they just keep coming. Okay. Had enough. E-Walker not doing that good. Let's just get away. Well, we can. Uh-oh. I get a deduction for that. No, I just died. Dumbass and died.
What happened?
Fuck.
Boss!
Chicken head, what the fuck? This is the second time I died, there's no... Why would the game suggest that? What am I doing here again? Do I gotta go through that shit? Come on. Okay, let there be road trip.
A ruler's greatest wealth is not money or land. It is the number of individuals under his control. Subjects who work, consume, are there to be used as pawns in war. For a capitalist ruler, his people's power becomes his power. You are the same. With your diamond dogs, you spin it with your speeches. But what you're doing is bringing as much talent as you can into your little domain. Every person another feather in your cap.
That's kind of true.
Since ancient times, every civilization ruler has had the same idea. When people unite under one will, they become stronger than the sum of their parts. And the one will.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
And what do rulers use to bring people together? Language. In the Old Testament, it is written that only one language was spoken in Eden. A shared tongue that united all of humanity. Mankind eventually grew aware of its power and harnessed that strength to build a tower to the heavens. The mighty Tower of Babel. This angered God, who splintered the language of man, and the tower was never completed. Languages emerged, and the earth was
I
divided
can
as
seem
men
to be
went
able
their
to jump
separate
down
ways.
there from here.
Every age is the same.
I can climb back up.
The ruler's first order of business, after
Let's do
conquering
this.
the land, is to force his tongue on its people.
Okay,
Ancient
that
Rome
it was more dangerous.
and now zero. English is wreaking havoc around the world right now. The British Empire tilled the land with war as its hoe, then began planting the seed that is English. Eventually, American capitalism became the new instrument. To play its game of wealth, you only have to abide by one
Yes.
rule. English. By exploiting people's desires, English has become a leash that people gladly wear around their necks, it would seem.
Are you the only one here?
Where are your friends?
Huh, just alone by yourself. How about join up with us. We'll never be alone to the diamonds.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Okay, it's the rest. Busting. Secret recording of Skullface and Code Talker. Oh.
Yeah,
They keep speaking in that language. Okay.
have you forgotten my face?
Leave me be.
You won't respond to anyone else, so I figured it must be me you wanted to see. But now you won't even look at me.
Have I not suffered enough?
Not until you've eased my suffering first. To tell you the truth, old man, I'm in a bit of a bind. It's about your children. You know what I mean? The parasites. The ones that infect a man's throat, killing him if he speaks their language.
They must not be allowed to multiply.
You are allowed to live only in order to help me. But you don't want to, do you? So why not choose death instead? Because you want to protect the Diné and their land from me. That's your purpose, isn't it? Don't lose sight of that now. It's in your interest to cooperate. Because if you don't,
Madness.
the parasites can't detect your people's tongue. So I'll just have to resort to more heavy-handed means. I have the greatest respect for your people. I would rather avoid such a thing, but we don't always get our way. I was born a tiny mote in a mighty tempest. And until those winds abate, all I can choose is how to act when they blow me this way or that. Tell me, Code Talker, what happens to a man infected with a pair of your parasites? Can they be removed? Can the full-blown symptoms be prevented?
It is impossible to remove the parasites alone. They have too close an affinity with humans.
Then how do you stop the symptoms from developing? All right. I was hoping for an answer now, but perhaps you just need a little more time. I'll be back soon. I've set up shop, not far from here. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
If you are close by, then it is almost complete.
We're in the final phases. All that's left is to see if I can actually disable a nuke, with the help of your metallic archaea. Once that's done, I won't have to return here again. And your suffering will end, as will your people's. We're almost finished, Code Talker. Each in our own way.
My only regret will be not finishing you.
There's nothing stopping you.
Okay,
I'm
mine
only
clear.
alive because you want me that way.
Hey, I see a success there.
As you wish. My regret is
Lost
this
2
misunderstanding
people but gained
between
4.
us. You and I, our goal is the same. We should be working together. A symbiosis.
You do not know my mind. I simply want the Diné bloodline to endure.
Really now. You're just another mote in the store. How you react to all the slings and arrows, that's what counts. That's why you call those squirming monsters your children.
What I have done is forbidden. Forgive me, all of you.
The world should be left the way it is.
Wait,
You of
there
all
should be
men
another
should
mission.
know
You're
that.
right. Another 2 hours. Okay. Gonna straight up call in the S rank. Had the best chances with them. Nah, A++.
Forgive me.
Oh,
but my
that's another
schedule
10
has changed.
minutes.
The time for grace and good manners has now run out.
What are dispatch missions?
Torture will not work on me. Surely you know this.
Oh, I have no intention of getting rough with you. You haven't been beaten. Your hands aren't even tied. Just like me, you live in symbiosis with countless parasites. What wounds I might inflict, they'll patch right up. You might feel considerable pain, but I've
Let's
no
be
doubt
careful not
you
to run
will
into
stand
those
it.
mines.
Then what do you plan on doing?
I have a soldier standing outside. Nothing special about him, except that he always obeys. I have given him one instruction. Whenever I ring this bell, he passes on a message for me. That message is simply, go.
What is this?
After that, though, it gets complicated. The message will arrive at a room, a little bigger than this one. Nothing special. Some of your people are in this room, surrounded by my men.
Enough of this.
They pick them at random. No regard for age, gender. In that, I suppose, they're different from you. Not as discriminating. They tied them up, one by one, blindfolded them. We had to maintain order, you understand?
You bastard.
Go. When they hear that, my men will pick one of your people and infect them with a parasite.
He's coming too. Roger that.
It won't work on my people.
True. The vocal cord parasite doesn't respond to your language.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
An English
Yeah, this
string.
guy could be useful as well.
It exists.
A ring of this bell, and they infect one person. If that person abandons the Navajo language, the English strain will trigger...
He's coming too. Roger that.
Monster.
So, it's quite simple. Every time I ring the bell, another of your people is infected.
Don't do this.
I don't want to do this. I'd rather not have to ring the bell, which is why I'm hoping you will talk to me.
What do you want? What else could you possibly...
Oh yeah, mine clearing. I have a
know
mission
the
here.
answer to that. How to prevent
Careful
the
now.
symptoms caused by the parasite.
You cannot control it like some slave. Forget the idea.
Forget it. Unlikely.
I will never tell you. What have you done,
You made me do that.
you black-hearted...
Settle down.
Don't use it again.
Well, that is up to you. All you need to do is tell me what I want. How to prevent the vocal cord parasite symptoms.
Why? Why do you need to know?
The adult soldiers at Amasa are all dead.
What?
The parasite traveled downstream.
How?
It would appear that he was involved. Another demon who woke up from 9 years of slumber. As a result,
Wait.
the vocal cord parasite.
What is happening now? What's this scripted? It has to be.
Boss, we
Yeah,
have
I think
emergency.
the mission's
There's been
starting
another
off.
outbreak of the vocal cord parasites on the base.
Uh-oh.
Several men are dead. It started in the laboratory
All
on the
about these
quarantine platform where
parasites.
the radiation leak occurred. I'd only just deployed the security team. I've sent in a rescue team to help, but they haven't returned. Boss, I need you on this. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
So I can't do any more mission. Okay. Yep, I got no choice in this then.
Here we go again. There's been another outbreak in the laboratory. The quarantine platform. We sent a
That
team to
sucks.
investigate and recover the survivors, but they haven't returned.
There's nothing on the radio either. We got a backup team ready to go. Just give the order and
I'll go alone.
Hello.
Boss, what are you... There's no need for that.
We can't afford to lose anyone else.
We have no idea what's going on in there.
Exactly. Anyone still alive's at their breaking point. Last thing we need is another unit storming in. No telling how they'd react.
Fine. First off, check how much the infection has spread. Rescue comes next, after we know the situation. When you're ready to move, just use the iDroid.
About continuing it now. To be continued. Why don't we just continue it now? Oh,
We have no
I'm
idea
there.
why the parasite
Real
showed up
place.
again. I thought we took care of it. We need more information. Find out what's going on, boss. Select the mission on your iDroid.
Okay. I don't really want to listen to that 10-minute dialogue again. I gotta finish up the rest of the cassette tapes eventually. Right. Where did all these side missions come from? Another wandering mother base soldier. Okay, shining lights even in death.
Boss, we have another outbreak of the vocal cord parasite inside the quarantine platform's laboratory. Several men are dead. It began after we discovered that radiation leak in the facility's research block. I dispatched the security team to seal off the source.
Okay,
and moved the
machine
researchers
ready
to the
without
containment
sorting
block
prep.
next to it.
We're gonna explain it again. Alright, I think I get it. There's a bunch of infected that has to be taken care of. Shining lights even in the...
Boss, let's go over the situation again. We've got another parasite outbreak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform.
What is this?
No idea.
Just a research team, I think.
Damn it!
Try to remove the...
What the? Shit!
Oh. Like, come on, they had
We've sealed all
guns.
the exits to keep it from spreading. No one's getting out.
It has to
One of
be
the
generative,
researchers
but
inside managed to isolate the parasite behind the outbreak. He faxed over his findings. Code Talker's analyzing them now. Why this new outbreak?
scored a troop behind the new outbreak.
This is still unclear. Introducing the Wolbachia to the infected prevented symptoms during the last epidemic. The parasites lodge in the victim's throat, forming a mating pair. But the Wolbachia turns the male to female. Two females can
I already explained that.
copulate, no lay eggs.
That's why the rescue team went in with more Wolbachia. But the outbreak still isn't under control.
They should not be capable. of laying eggs. Yet, we have a new outbreak, and the Volbachia have no effect. I pray this is not some new strain. If it is,
then someone may have brought it here. If there's a spy running around.
For now, we must focus on discerning the outbreak mechanism. The cases show another alarming new development. It is now even more difficult to tell who is infected. The eggs propagate out of sight. No external symptoms. One who appears healthy may be dying on the inside.
What the hell happened in there? Boss, I still can't raise the rescue team I sent in. We know how to proceed if we just knew how to ID the symptoms. Finding that out is part of your job in there.
It's my regular outfit. Why am I wearing this outfit? What is this gear? Alright. Let's look around. No time for practice.
Hang on, Snake. We've just had a transmission from inside. Here's the audio.
It all makes sense now. I win.
Who?
Where's it coming from?
Unknown. It cut off before we could get a fix. It all makes sense. Think he means the parasite? No way to know. But right now, that's all we've got. Hopefully he can tell us something.
Is it an English strain?
We'll have to close the tent behind you, boss. Don't think the infection's airborne, but... Find the source of that transmission, boss. Find our man.
You never know.
What is it?
Something sweet. I can smell it even through the mask.
The rescue team reported that too.
That's not
Said
good.
it smelled like ripe fruit.
We cannot allow the infection to spread. If anyone shows symptoms, you must put them out of their misery.
That includes me.
This is how I trigger the flashlight.
Guess the parasites killed him. Don't touch him. He's covered in blood.
Messy. Okay. Can I go through? Oh, this is where I have to go through. Don't touch it. Okay, don't touch. Wait. Can't get any information from the scanner, right? So this is how a quarantine room looks. Okay. Staff died.
Stay back! Stay back!
They shot at me.
He's got a mask. He's with the rescue team. And the guy from before.
Got killed.
Was that more of the message? We'll try to clean it up.
Well, there's a lot to clean here.
You're kidding, right?
Do I have to?
Why?
What the hell were you thinking?
Wait,
Mission
they
failed.
said I should kill anyone with symptoms, but am I a monster here?
Search the building and locate
Okay.
the transmission.
Let's quickly just go back to the...
Guess the parasites killed him. Don't touch him. He's covered in blood.
Okay, this time I'm going to go after that guy.
Stay back! Stay back!
I can't even... God damn it, it's too fast.
He's got a mask. He's
Yeah.
with the rescue team. And the guy from Was that more of the message? We'll try to clean it up.
Okay, I guess I just... Oh, come on. Guess I just have to take the heroism loss.
Another transmission.
Damn. That's not a good man there.
He's wearing a mask. He's part of the rescue team. Looks like he's not the one who sent the message. I'd like to hear what he has to say, but you need to keep going.
Sorry. Radio got shut up when I picked up the fire. When we entered, I couldn't bring myself to shoot back. Like you said, boss. Never point a weapon at one of your own.
Yeah. Okay. What the hell? Yeah. Hello, buddy.
I just want to go outside. I can't die in this hellhole. I'm not infected. I can't, right? If I am, I don't want to go out like this.
Okay, it's killing himself and I'm the one losing heroism. Just great. Okay, have I searched through this floor thorough enough? That's where I came from. Okay, I can just start shooting them now. I hate this. Comrades are losing.
Part of the data that was faxed out. It appears even those who barely spoke became symptomatic. This must be some kind
kind of mutation.
What this is very bad. Okay, they're killing each other, killing themselves. Bitter slot and bitter slug. Are they here in alphabetic order? Okay. Shouldn't I be wearing a full hazmat suit or something like that? I guess I won't look as bad as but even a scratch is enough to get infected from blood by touching blood or something like that. I don't know how Sky-Fi parasites work in this case. How and what? He was the one sending the transmission, perhaps.
Boss,
What the hell happened?
at least you're okay.
What's
That's
going on?
a knife.
I win.
Who put that
I'm
there?
no snail.
Damn it.
Okay, there. Literally, the whole deck is dying around
So you
us.
sent the transmission.
Am I only to get
Seems like he had a
emotional
way of IDing
for
who's
this guy?
symptomatic. But what was he trying to say? Snail. Yes, of course. It all makes sense now.
Explain.
Do not let anyone showing symptoms get outside. As infection progresses, it triggers an overwhelming urge to get out in the open. That's the parasite controlling them. Once outside, the birds will feed on infected bodies, spreading the parasite on land. The whole world will be infested.
Holy shit. So we are disinfecting with bombs now. Ah.
have to shoot, boss. We can't let them outside.
Oh,
Damn it. We can't allow any contagious individuals to leave. Shoot, Snake! That's it.
god damn it.
That's good. You still have those goggles. If you see a glow in someone's throat, that means they are infected. And all you can do is give them a quick death.
I don't need a suppressor, right? I don't have it equipped. Do I? Okay, I don't.
He's infected. Kill him, boss. We can't save him now.
Shit.
I'm sorry. Snake! You just killed your own... Emmerich, what the hell? Nobody asked for your opinion. You expect me to just stand by and watch this?
Are they watching through the camera?
Are here to kill us.
Oh, game is saying to me I have to.
You're insane, Snake! He was one of your men!
So we're trying to.
Is that where the group came from? I think they locked themselves in there out of fear of the rescue team. Then, as the symptoms worsened, the parasite took over and convinced them to leave. Guess it's empty now.
They'll kill me.
The monster.
You yourself said we're a family! Or was it all lies?
Okay, I'm starting to hate America. Well, since I tried to end their suffering painlessly, I would say this hurts me more than them.
Move me. They're going outside. No.
What are they listening to? Oh, they locked themselves in.
Boss. Hey. Let's let the boss decide. We live and die by your order, boss. Boss.
Fuck.
Shooting your own men. That's not the big boss I knew.
Fuck you.
Hang on, boss. Is he wearing a mask? He might not be infected. Examine him with those goggles.
Targets at peaceful remain.
Carry the rescue team member to the exit. He's the only one not infected.
This is horrible.
Thank you, boss.
I definitely feel like a monster.
Got a survivor. Unlock the door. Wait. I don't think I made it after all.
What? You just checked him.
Could it have progressed this quickly?
Boss, take another look at him with the goggles.
He is infected.
I don't believe it.
Maybe it got in through my wounds. They're waiting now. All of them. Do it.
I'm sorry, boss.
Devil. So they would all have survived if they just wore a mask. Like I did. Yeah, I guess I could understand why I didn't get a rank here. Yeah, this is not one of those kind of missions. Okay, we lost both them and we will get for a successful mission. Now I get rewards now. Okay, now we'll hear about how the Hueys felt.
There's nothing we could have done for them. We're all grateful, boss.
because of you!
What?
He's right. I killed him with my own hands.
They were on your side! I'm on your side! And you turned them all to ashes!
They wanted you to shoot. It was that or be burned alive. Come on. Let's get this over with.
Wait. I won't scatter your sorrow to the heartless sea. I will always be with you. Plant your roots in me. See you end as ashes. You're all diamonds.
We're not burying them at sea. What then?
We'll make diamonds from their ashes. Take them into battle with us.
A shining light to our brothers in arms, even in death.
So I'll get to be diamonds, except the guy
They are diamond dogs.
when I'm snake smeared over his face. I mean, from their perspective, it's whatever, but I can't really decide if this is noble, touching, heroic, or just plain fucked up.
Boss, I don't know how you do it. All I could do was obsess over revenge, doubting my comrades along the way. But even after all we've accomplished, the phantom pain never let up.
So is that the diamond in our
Just got
uniform?
worse. But you understood that from the start, didn't you? From the moment you opened your eyes in that hospital, you knew it wouldn't go away. Yet you've been fighting the pain and confronting your phantoms the whole time. Knowing full well the battle would never end, not till the day you die. I respect that now, more than ever. It's an honor and a privilege, Big Boss.
Okay, what's that new cassette tape? What happened at the laboratory? Urge is caused by the vocal cord parasite.
12 hours after exposure to the blood of a symptomatic colleague, I found myself making my way up the stairs to this room. And I am not alone. Everyone who's infected, we've all come up here wanting to get outside. I know full well I mustn't leave, given the possibility I'm infected. Yet, I can't contain this urge I feel inside me, like the alcoholic or tries to make any excuse for one more drink. Every step I took up those stairs filled me with this sense of bliss. I still have all my wits about me. It took no time at all to rewire the electronic lock and open the emergency exit. Then, just as I was about to set foot outside, I finally realized what was going on. This desire for freedom is not my own, but that of the vocal cord parasites inside me. They want the ravens to feed on us, pecking us to death, attracted by these sweet secretions. They have mutated to facilitate this. The sweet smell is powerful enough to attract even a species with such a weak nose. So, before the parasites take complete control, I must. Most of the staff in here are already infected. At least, everyone I've looked at is. Infection.
How many men are
Causes a high fever in the pharynx. I have modified a pair of night vision goggles.
They still have a lot of money to wait.
Temperature range. With these goggles, you can identify who is infected. Other infected will, like me, feel compelled to make it outside. If the ravens get their meal, they'll head for land next. That cannot be allowed to happen.
Then there's another one. Wrong menu. We want to listen to the most important ones first.
Well, Doctor, I have the report on the incident at the quarantine facility. Assuming the vocal cord parasite evolved, underwent a mutation. The only plausible explanations are exposure to some high-concentration mutagen or radiation. As you know, some of the staff at the quarantine facility were infected with the parasites. The Wolbachia prevented them from copulating, but the parasites themselves can't be removed from their host's vocal cords. Once you're infected with Skullface's parting gift, you're stuck with it. The researchers regularly used X-ray equipment to monitor the parasites in their throats. No problem there, they kept a close eye on the radiation doses. But that equipment didn't just give off X-rays. It was also emitting beta rays. Even though that's unnecessary for the scans. See, beta rays have far worse effects on DNA than X-rays. Meaning the only logical conclusion is that someone added in a beta ray emitter to trigger a mutation. Those beta rays leaked out from inside the equipment. Because the emitter was retrofitted, the shielding was inadequate. And the person who ordered and inspected the equipment was you, Doctor. That makes you the only person with the opportunity to install that emitter.
So now you're saying I sabotaged medical equipment for some wild plan to make the vocal cord parasite kill everyone?
Or maybe you thought it'd reveal a way to treat the parasite without using the Wolbachia. And with that much to barter, I suppose some people would welcome even a pathetic cur like you.
Just stop it!
You'd have no shortage of buyers, but most would be happy with just the parasite. You wouldn't need to offer anything else. However, if that buyer already knew about the parasite, they'd also know that by itself, it's no longer the ultimate bargaining chip it once was. To sell to that buyer, you need to throw in a bonus, a way to one-up it. There's only one buyer who'd be after that.
Emmerich, we record all communications on Mother Base. That includes radio transmissions to and from homemade devices. You've been in frequent contact with people in America. A private biotech company, a client of which is DARPA. And they are connected to Cypher. You made a deal with Cypher. You offered them a new parasite in exchange for your safety. This is the only place in the world where the vocal cord parasite still exists. And you used it as a testing ground. Tried to resurrect their bioweapon. But your plan to obtain the parasite has failed. Your bullshit ends now. And don't think you're leaving here alive.
Shit. And then I finish with sorting these out. I don't want to keep anyone with S rank locked. All diamonds. I want to make sure that only the most important personnel are in direct contract, one with unique special skills and above S rank. Okay. So then, no, the try this. Total stealth, pitch dark. What do I have to do to unlock the next actual new mission? Mission begins directly after a side up 150. Won't be able to go to sorted prep scene before partaking side up 150. Equip a powerful rocket launcher which you preferably CGM battle dress. Until the mission will give Snake a default launcher, it's fairly weak and won't stand up to the army of rockets the enemy has at its disposal. Okay. Which one is that? Wait. Secure, quiet. Complete the following condition before unlocking the finishing the side up will put you into mission. Okay, I already know about that. Max out bombed. Have seen the sanity where the synthetic sites from Mother Base. Don't use the butterfly from design on your end. Wait. So yeah, have to be aligned, battle ready, maxed out bond. Seeing the synthetic sites from Mother Base. Don't use butterfly. So how can I see that? Even more question. How do I equip this? Or Medical agent extraction. Not sure what to do next. You know what, it's going to be a short episode. This was more of a story heavy thing. I think this should have been enough. Lots of other things. Picked up a music tape. What is this? Oh, the Tiger Solid Peace Walker main team. That's just the sorting prep team. Or okay, I didn't know this was the Peace Walker team. Ah yeah. What's
You know, when you brought back all of the child soldiers who escaped, Eli knew they'd returned. Needless to say, nobody said a word to him.
I guess they got a message to him somehow.
Eli wasn't put in a corner in timeout. He was locked up in that room, completely cut off from the outside world.
Then how'd he find out?
There's only one possibility I can think of. The Soviet Union has been researching military applications for psi phenomena.
Psi?
Things like psychokinesis and ESP, extrasensory perception.
You mean moving objects without touching them? Knowing what card somebody's holding up? Psychic powers?
the Psycho Kid.
I thought that was just another bunch of disinformation aimed at the West.
Just bear with me a second. One type of ESP is telepathy. It's the ability to know another person's thoughts through non-verbal means.
You're saying Eli read our minds?
It's the only idea that doesn't involve someone getting to him.
Ocelot.
Look, psi research isn't some hocus pocus. It's all evidence-based, scientific...
There's gotta be another explanation. Maybe one of the kids stuck a note to your back.
I hope that's the case. But I am convinced that they have, or Eli has, a connection to some force we have yet to identify. You better watch yourself, boss.
How am I supposed to do that?
If he is depending on something for help, well, that's his Achilles heel. If you can figure out what that something is, you might be able to use it against him.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, and the medical team is looking after the kids left on Mother Base. For the moment, they don't seem too panicked. But boss, get this. Eli got those kids to plot their armed uprising as a diversion. Also, he could steal Sahelanthropus and escape. That Brad got us good. Set us up and knocked us down. And then there's that mystery kid who was with Eli. With those two working together, I'd say things won't be over for a long time yet.
Okay, I don't want to do another mission now. Right now. I just call it. Yes, see you next time.